He got us in the lap of that fog.
Not too soon. There's a destroyer over there with those freighters, wide on this station.
Maybe he's hanging onto their coattails until he can see where he's going.
Can't the Navy spend more than 5 minutes in the fog bank without wondering which side is up? Classroom sailors. Fox Command, this is Big Rabbit, over.
Big Rabbit, this is Fox Command, over.
You got a destroyer off station playing tag with some of my freighters.
That's no tag game. Some of your boys got off course in the fog. She's going back on station now, over.
What's our situation in regard to playmates?
Negative, I'm happy to say.
Good. Then I can have my dinner quietly.
Something special on the menu, Commodore?
Yes. A French dish. Big Rabbit out.
Ben Foster and French cooking? Mr. Glazer? We're on the wrong ship.
Bridge, radio.
Bridge eye.
Radio silence being broken, sir. Signal apparently close by. Signal steady.
All right, mark the time, Malone, and get a bearing as soon as you can. The captain's on his way down.
Came in exactly on the hour, Captain. Bearing 221.
It's a French signal, isn't it?
On another frequency, sir. That's why I'm sure it's close by, within the convoy.
Establish the exact frequency for me.
1,000 KC.
Fox Terriers, Fox Terriers. This is Fox Command, Fox Command. Submit bearings on signal being transmitted from formation on 1,000. I say again, 1,000 KC band. Over. You recognize the source?
No, sir. But I'd say some fool off to our starboard is leaning on his key.
You let the bridge know the exact time that signal stops.
Aye, aye, sir.
Herr Kapitän. Null, 5, 4, Herr Kapitän.
Geschwindigkeit erhöhen, Steuer 3, 4, 5.
Geschwindigkeit erhöhen, Steuer 3, 4, 5.
I'm from Boulogne.
Boulogne?
It's a little town near Lyon.
Oh.
Thank you, Mr. Kirkland.
Steve.
Is your husband still in France?
He died in a German prison camp.
I'm sorry. Well then, how did you manage to get to Canada?
I was in Marseille nearly a year after my husband was killed. Then the underground got me on a ship for Rio de Janeiro. And from there, I went on to Quebec.
I think you're very courageous to return to Europe after what you've been through.
Thank you, Dr. Ferris. But many others are doing the same now.
Excuse me, Captain. Tell Fox Command it's not my ship.
I already did, sir. He insists cross bearings on the signal say it's us.
Thank you, Mr. Hibbler. Steve? Oh, will you excuse the space dock and take care of the ladies? Well, Steve, I take it you've taken quite a liking to that young lady.
Quite.
Yes, Major.
That Collier. You seem to be taking a lot of precautions with her, aren't you, sir?
Well, security is Navy's business, Major. I'm a merchantman.
Of course, but you wouldn't just happen to know her cargo.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh. Top secret, eh?
Well, she might be carrying coal. Or she might be carrying iron ore. She might even be carrying nothing but K-Ratchers. The point is, Major, only God and naval intelligence knows.
And, perhaps the German High Command, eh, Captain?
Evening, Captain. For you gentlemen a coffee? Oh, the transmitter's cold, Captain. Has been on since we left home base, as I told Mr. Hibbler.
All right, Burke. Where is it? How do you drink this stuff? Paint in it. Now what am I going to do? Put a padlock on the paint locker or save myself a headache and dump you on the nearest beach?
I just used enough, a couple of slugs to sweeten my coffee, Captain.
Sweeten it? Burke, I could clean a hull with that coffee. Now you sweeten another cup and this is your last crossing. You understand me?
Did you hear that signal Fox Command reported?
Somebody closed a key near us. I figured it was Navy.
No chance it could have come from here.
Got the transmitter, Captain. It's cold.
Let's go, Steve.
This is Fox Command, over.
I've checked with my radio man. Power's been cut from our transmitter ever since we left home base.
I have confirmation from 3 positions. You are definitely the source, over.
Well, we heard the signal, too. Could it be this circuit we're using?
Negative. What went on the air was a definite transmission, and it came from you. I suggest you check for a short in your equipment.
Mr. Hibbler! Check our circuits.
A sub could take a signal like that and know exactly where we are.
Roger. Out.
It's almost midnight, sir. Why don't you get some sleep?
I was thinking about that signal. It wasn't Foster's transmitter, and it wasn't a defective circuit. Where did it come from?
Well, we changed course. It's about all you can do for now.
Beautiful.
Yes.
I'll have to bring you back here sometime when there's a full moon.
You are a romantic, Mr. Kirkland.
May I see you in London?
I like you very much, Steve, but I don't think it should go beyond this. I must go on duty, Steve.
Maybe I finally gotten a case of the crossing jitters. Or maybe it's that collier we're supposed to protect at any cost.
You know, I think I finally figured out what she's carrying.
What?
20,000 tons of good conduct metals.
Bridge, radio, signal on 1,000 KC again, sir.
Get Big Rabbit. Have him make an immediate check of his operator.
Herr Kapitän. Signal smearing all over the finder, Captain. Some kind of an oscillator. We're carrying it right in our lap.
We're bugged. Right now, somebody's telling every wolf pack in the North Atlantic there's a great big fat turkey over this way waiting to be carved up. Tell Mr. Kirkland I want an immediate search of the ship. Every man off duty is to be used. All electrical gear carried by passengers is to be impounded.
About a minute and a half. Just long enough for a fix by anybody that's interested.
Tell me, Beck, you know electronic gear. Where would you stash an oscillator aboard so that it couldn't be found?
Rough question, Captain. But the only thing you can be sure of, it'll be in the last place you're looking for it.
Non, mais basta, mais c'est à moi, mais qu'allez-vous faire avec ça? Tant pis. Bon, ben, écoutez, it is only a radio. One please, it doesn't contain any bomb. Qu'est-ce qu'il veut faire? Je comprends maintenant, il a garé son propre fer à fouet. Monsieur veut se faire briser. Non, mais donnez-moi ça, c'est
Sorry, Major. Captain's orders.
It's absolutely ridiculous. And what does the bridge expect me to use the shape?
Well, I have a safety razor you're welcome to use, Major.
But I've been using that razor for years, and I have no intention of changing.
Any personal gear taken from you will be returned when the ship docks, Major.
Oh, I'll grow a beard by then, down to here. What in the world do you want with my electric razor? Couldn't be a bomb you're looking for. Oh, could it?
No, Major, we're not looking for a bomb.
Sorry, sir.
Dr. Ferris?
What are you doing?
Have to unplug all the electrical equipment.
But what are we going to do without a sterilizer or without an X-ray?
Well, if Dr. Ferris needs those machines, you have him call me on the bridge first. Have I forgotten anything?
Oh, the heat lamp and the sterilizer.
Thank you.
I suppose the ship is having a problème électrique.
Yes, that's a problème electrique, yes.
What do you make of it? Subs? No, I don't think so.
What is it, Phillips?
We're picking up 2 pips, sir. We're not sure what they are, but they're both off scope right now.
How long were they on scope?
A second or 2, sir.
Here they are again, Captain. Both of them. Off on the second sweep, sir.
Any change in the bearing?
No, sir. Whatever it is, the contacts are on a collision course.
Bridge, this is the captain speaking. We've got radar contacts. 020 relative, range undetermined. Check sonar. Alert the convoy for possible floating mines. right, Big Rabbit. Have him stand by to pick up survivors. And get me a couple of sharpshooters up here.
Roger. We're closest to them, Captain.
We'll pick him up. Steady.
Wait until it's bright on the beam.
Steady.
Steady.
Steve, are you all right?
Well, how are they, Doc?
Well, fine, considering. Steve's got a respiratory burn. Not too serious, but he won't be able to use his voice for a while.
Well, if there's anything you need, sing out.
Well, Mrs. DeVal, I think you better continue with the morphine for Mr. Kirkland.
Yes, doctor.
Come on, make Commander Talbot ship.
We can assume they know our position is within this area, which means it's still a game of hide and seek,
Unless, of course, they get another fix on us.
right?
So everything depends on that bug I'm carrying. I've got search parties combing the ship.
Captain, an operational immediate, sir.
Very well. Those two signals went out 6 hours apart. Now, if they get a fix on us at 0600, read us again at noon, we'll have that wolf pack at our throats for sure.
And all the convoy can do is 6.5 knots. Well, the answer's simple enough.
Is it?
Don't play dumb, Dan. You know it as well as I do. Cut us out of the convoy. All right, what's the choice? One ship or 20?
You'd be a sitting duck then.
Maybe not. I'll head directly away from the convoy at full speed. I can do better than 20 knots. At best, I'll outrun them. At worst, well, I'll decoy them.
It's a choice I hate to make.
You have to. As long as that oscillator's pinned to my tail, you have to. I wonder why they singled out my ship for that bug.
Maybe it was as close as they could come to putting it on that collier.
First thing, though, we'll have to lift off those burn tankermen and the nurses.
Yeah.
Say, Dan, you sure you didn't rig that bug yourself to get those girls aboard your tub? Prepare to take the captain aboard. Come in. Oh.
Dr. Ferris has just told me that we are going to be taken off the ship. Is that true, Captain?
That's right. You'll be transferred to Commander Talbot's destroyer just temporarily. So inform your unit, please. I want all gear ready to be lifted off ship in a half hour.
But, Captain, you cannot leave those men below without medical help. Mr. Kirkland, the others, they're very badly burnt.
Don't worry about that. We're lifting off your patients, too.
But they shouldn't be moved, Captain.
Sorry, Mrs. Duval. That's an order. Oh, Steve will be all right. He's a top sailor.
Don't get up, Steve. I'll give you something to ease the pain. Voila. Sleep cures everything.
Madam. Just about set your chronometer with that signal. Thanks for the coffee, boys.
Tell the bridge Commander Talbot's boat is coming alongside.
You pick nice dinner guests, Ben.
Yeah, don't I?
Keep her under close guard. I'll try to question her later.
Now, Dr. Farris tracked down our requisition. It was delivered to us at the Boston Yard on the 7th.
Day before we sailed.
Here it is, sir. Timer on it, all right. Run by battery. Still going.
Still going. That means she didn't have to be around tending it at all.
And as long as the main cord was plugged into a circuit. You see, the wiring in here bypasses the viewer itself. A couple of things I never saw before. Maybe to boost power so they wouldn't have to hook an antenna to it.
Don't touch it.
Dan, we'd be kidding ourselves if we thought we could lose that wolf pack, even with that bug silent. You know as well as I do those subs are going to cover the whole area.
Doesn't have to be silent, Ben.
What do you mean, doesn't?
I mean, at noon it goes off again. On schedule. Gives them another triangulation. Secure that cover again, please.
Oh, that's not bad, Commander. That's not bad at all.
Am I missing something?
What the commander means is we set this adrift. We'll be about 50 miles apart before it goes off again. We'll let those U-boats zero in on a whole lot of empty ocean. Right, Commander?
Affirmative. If it works.
All set, sir!
Set the raft adrift.
Well, there's the cheese. Let's hope the rats nibble at it.
You sure you're on that oscillator's frequency, Burke?
Dead on.
There she is, sir, right on the button.
Let's hope that wolf pack is getting that signal as clearly as we are.
Doc. Steve, take it easy. I take it easy. Everything's all right.
Steve, we found it. We found the bug. Don't worry. It's all right.
Where is she?
She's under arrest. Everything's under control now. Take it easy.
I've got to see her. I've got to talk to her.
Now listen to me, Steve. You're not talking to anybody. You're going to stay in this bed and you're going to do what the doctor tells you. You understand me? Now lie down.
We'll take care of Mrs. Duval.
Ben, I still don't believe she's a professional saboteur.
Well, Doctor, professional on that. She threatened the safety of this entire convoy.
Well, she could have killed him. He discovered her. That overdose could have looked like an accident, and I would never have found the bug.
Well?
Well, I just wondered. A professional saboteur wouldn't have hesitated.
Now, Doctor, before we start worrying about Mrs. Duval's standing in the Gestapo, let's see how many ships we have left.
Periscope off starboard bow, 030 relative. Sound general quarters.
Sonar, bridge. I have a periscope sighted off the starboard bow. Search sector 010 to 040 relative. Right full rudder, come to course 110. All ahead flank. Right full rudder, come to course 110. Interim acknowledged, all ahead flank, sir. Ordered convoy to execute emergency port turn.
Aye, aye, sir.
Ready as you go. Stand by to fire hedgehogs. Fire hedgehog!
Loading debris.
All ahead, 2/3.
All had 2/3.
Glazer, secure from general quarters. Take her back on station.
Aye, aye, sir. I really goofed. I'm sorry, sir.
Mr. Gregory.
Here from general quarters.
I'll take 10 goops like that any time over one missed sight. Stay alert. Prisoner all alone?
Yes, sir. You all right, sir?
How do you feel, Madeline? I don't know why I had to see you. Maybe to punish myself, huh? You know, I'm a real good judge of character. I swallowed whole everything you fed me. At least you can look at me. I thought I was falling in love with you. I thought maybe you felt the same way about me.
Please. I've been interrogated. I've been searched. Now I'd like to be alone.
Well, I'm terribly sorry. Oh, just one question about that needle. Why didn't you use it on me? The doctor said that a real good professional spy, a real good Nazi would have used it.
The doctor's right. I'm an amateur. Apparently not a good one. And I'm not a Nazi.
Why, of course not. Nobody's a Nazi after they've been caught. We all know that. I wouldn't be too modest about it, though. I think you've done a pretty fair job of work.
Thank you.
The Gestapo pay you well? The risks and all?
There was no risk. Everything was arranged. The trip to Brazil, the contact in Canada. It was a simple mechanical task. To see that the X-ray viewer was connected.
A simple mechanical task. All you had to do was plug it in, right? Didn't you know what was going to happen, Madeline? Ships being blown out of the sea, men dying? Did you realize that? Didn't their dying mean anything?
No! They are not children. They know why they die.
Are these your children?
Yes.
Where are they? Still in France?
I don't know where my children are. They were taken away from my father's house. The Gestapo was very precise. My children are hostages. Their age didn't matter. It's war. You kill everything, no matter how small, no matter how young or innocent. They're my babies. When they cry, they expect me to wipe their tears. And when they're terrified, it's my skirt they hide against. Now I failed.
Fire! Wait!
Torpedo wake up the starboard bow! 7 general quarters!
Big Rabbit, this is Fox Command.
Torpedo wake, my starboard side, heading for formation. Out.
Lieutenant, counter! We have to get between them. All engines ahead, flank! Stand by for torpedo hit! Get a fire damage control party into the forward area.
Fire depth charges. Number 2 hold, but we're shorted.
All right, check the other hole.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Just on my way to report, sir. Sonar negative, radar negative.
Very well, Mr. Glazer.
That was the only sub it means that oscillator trick worked in.
Let's hope so.
Prüfen Sie unsere Position.
Diese Schweine.
Well, Major, I think we can de-requisition your razor now.
I'm very grateful. Thank you, Captain.
Quite all right.
Big Rabbit, this is Fox Command, over.
This is Big Rabbit, over.
How's it look, Commodore?
Well, damage is under control. I can maneuver on one engine.
There's a lot of ocean ahead. Think you can maintain convoy speed?
We'll keep up. If we have to use paddles.
I believe you would. But if you need any help with repairs, I've got some
Classroom sailors over here that are real wizards.
Fox Command. Out.